Hello everyone, and welcome back to Unboxing Geek. In today's video, we do have another package from Amazon. As you can tell, in kind of the same type of packaging, but in this case, it does kind of fit. So today is January 29th, which is the release date for this, and this is a game that I have waited a long time for. This game, at least in an idea, has been since 2005, into production in 2013, and here we have the finished product after so very long. So with that, we are going to go ahead, get in here, and take a look. And what we have is Kingdom Hearts 3. Which is, again, a game that I am super excited for. And I mean, just when you think about it, though, I mean, this is amazing. I mean, the fact that we finally, after so long, have Kingdom Hearts 3. And the really cool part is not only was it released on the PS4, but it was also released on the Xbox One. And, hopefully for those of you who did pick this up on Xbox One, they do end up releasing all the others on Xbox One as well, which I do kind of have an idea that they will at some point. But what we have here is the Deluxe edition. Now I actually picked this up on, of course, Amazon, and at different retailers you would get different like Keyblade skins or whatever. The skin for Amazon was the Dust to Dawn, I want to say. Which, of course, I already have, got the code, used the code. So, whenever I do put this in and play it, I will have the Keyblade. And there's also another one, which everybody could get, which was the Starlight Keyblade from Unchained Key. Or Union Cross, as it is called now. Which you could obtain by doing mini games in the app. And again, that's another one that you can, when you put it in, you can, it'll be there for you to use. Anyway, enough of that. This is rated E10+. And here's the spine. And the back. And here you can see it does, of course, come with a pin. The ultimate battle for Kingdom Hearts is upon us. And here you do have some images from the worlds. Up here you have Arendelle, or Frozen, which, when this was announced, I was kind of on the fence about it. I really enjoyed Frozen, but, there's so many other worlds that they could have chosen other than Frozen. Treasure Planet is a good example, Black Cauldron, both of which are underrated Disney films. One of the ones I personally want to see was Jungle Book, mainly because it had been in the files of other games, mainly Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2. All three of them. But it never, for one reason or another, it never made it into the game. And then here you have Monsters Inc. and Toy Story, both of which are Pixar, which is actually the very first time that Pixar has ever been in a Kingdom Hearts game. But originally that was not the case. Originally, Buzz and Woody from Toy Story were originally going to be part of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. They were the files and everything, but at that particular point in time, they couldn't get the rights to do it. But now they have. And then here you have Olympus, or Hercules, and then Kingdom of Corona, Tangled, San Francisco, Big Hero 6, Rather Realm of Darkness, and the Caribbean for Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. And in fact, these two are, and in essence, worlds that have kind of been in the series except with this one it's expanded and you get to play through Mount Olympus, and here you get to explore the entire, I'm sure not the entire, but the majority of the Caribbean. But anyway, you do of course get a steelbook case, an art book, and a collector's pin. And this is rated E10 plus for alcohol reference and fantasy violence. It is single player, 50 GB minimum, DualShock 4, and PS4 Pro Enhanced. Now, the thing with this is I do not currently have a PS4, at least as of the recording of this. But hopefully by the time this is uploaded, I will have one, and chances are I will have played the game. So, without any further ado, we are going to go ahead, get in here, and take a look. And one other thing that I forgot to mention was the title, as well as the numbers, are embossed, as well as has kind of like a holographic to it, as well as Deluxe Edition, and it kind of has like a texture to it, which is very unique. It's definitely not one that I have built before in like these deluxe or collector's editions, which is kind of cool. Then again, I haven't gotten a whole lot of them, so I don't know. But we'll go ahead and figure out how to get this out of here. So, bear with me. Go ahead and get everything out first. And see here how there we go. We'll go ahead and set that aside and deal with that later. In here you have a close-up of the pen, which is really, really nice. And then here you have the game itself. And this is actually the very first PS4 game I've ever owned. In fact, this is actually the game that made me ultimately make up my mind and decide to get a PS4. Yeah, here's the front cover. Really nice artwork. And a spine. And the back, kind of the same thing we saw on, the back of the box. So we'll open it up, take a quick look inside. And inside we do have the disc with, disc cover, which is, the same thing you see here on the art book. And then we also have a flyer for Union Cross, as well as how to get the Starlight Keyblade. And there is an advertisement for World of Final Fantasy Maxima, which, really kind of a quick side note here. If you are somebody who, like say for instance, I have the Switch, in Southeast Asia, they actually came out with a physical edition of this, whereas here in the States, it got a digital release. I'm not 100% sure about the PS4 version, but according to how this is saying here, available now on PSN, I'm assuming it's only on PlayStation Network. So, kind of look around, see if maybe they might even have a version for the PS4 in Southeast Asia, which you can kind of, look around, and there are websites that do, that you can import from. Everything's falling out. And here we have the Square Enix, registration code? Yeah. registration code. Go ahead and put those back in there. And then here we have the art book. And okay. Here on the back we have some really nice artwork, which is similar to the pen. And inside you have basically a timeline, as well as some artwork, characters, and enemies and world designs, and weapons, keyblades, yeah. So that's as well. And then here we have the PS4, the Steelbook, I mean, which is very simple yet very effective. Now, I can already tell right here, mine does have a dent on it, which to me really isn't that big of a deal. For me, I tend to kind of worry more about paint scratches than anything else, because that kind of takes away from the picture. So, you know, again, that's not a big deal for me. And here we have Kingdom Hearts logo. And the spine. And I'll open it up. And inside we have really nice, very simple artwork, but again, very effective. And then of course we do have the front, the back, and the spine of the Steelbook. The front, the back, and the spine of the actual game case. Quick look at the cover of the art book and the pen. So that will actually be it for today's video. As always, be sure to subscribe if you have not. Leave a like, hit that notification bell to be notified of future videos. And leave a comment down below if you choose to do so. As always, I will see you guys next time. Live long and prosper.